Ellie is a British English teacher who was born and raised in London, England. He's got a YouTube channel called Papo Teach Me with over 1.4 million followers.
He can draw, he's cool, and he's our guest in this week's episode of the Blah Blah Spot. Check it out.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, blah blah spot.
Hello and welcome, Ellie. I am so happy to see you again and to have you here on our podcast. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Wait, is this now the intro? So that whole beginning bit, that was just nothing? That meant nothing to you?
No, nothing.
This is the real...
Yeah.
We gotta live this.
Wow, okay. Hi, this is the first time we're speaking today.
Yeah, it's the first time. How are you doing, Ali?
I'm doing really good, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Fabio?
I'm good. Better now that we're gonna have this chat, this conversation that I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, me too. And I'll start with a very simple question, okay, Ali? I'm sure you have the answer. So my question is, which one is better, British or American English?
Neither. No, honestly, Australian English sounds just cooler and friendlier.
I prefer Brazilian English.
I mean, obviously, you guys sound adorable. I've said this since the moment I started teaching and Brazilians came into my classroom. I've constantly said this. Guys sound cool. Brazilian guys speaking English sound really cool. Brazilian girls sound so hot.
Oh my goodness.
It's like you guys are winning at life. Congratulations on being Brazilian, yes. Particularly, and I don't know how you two feel about this, and I think I've told you, Carina, people from Minas.
Minas?
That accent, mwah.
Minas Gerais.
I like them.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah.
How do you two feel about that?
I feel jealous because I'm from the south. I'm not from Minas. I'm from Porto Alegre, so you don't like my accent.
Hey, you sound great too.
We both.
Yeah, we're both from Porto Alegre, from the south. And you know what, Fabio? Ellie is gremista.
Is he? Are you
Eu sou
really?
gremista.
Oh man, so I have bad news because our team is not so good these days.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah. We are running the risk of being relegated.
But you know what?
Relegated, going to the B division.
Yeah, but that's fine. Do you know why? Because we're cool.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, we're cool, so that's...
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. We are the coolest. So you like soccer? I mean, not soccer, football.
So actually, no.
Okay, changing the subject.
I mean, the Euros have been on, and England is going to the final now.
Man.
I haven't watched any of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite sport then?
I'm more of a basketball or UFC type of guy.
Really?
How about you two? I don't know what sports you two are in.
That's football here for me. I don't know, Carina. It's probably the same.
Well, I'm not into sports.
She likes
to be very
badminton.
honest. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, actually, I'm not into sports.
Like none of them?
Should I say one? Should I mention one? Okay, I like soccer, if I have to say something.
Breastfeeding is a sport that she's been doing.
That's my sport. Now I've stopped for a
competitive
week.
breast.
Yeah.
Very.
Competitive.
Can you imagine like a competition, lots of mothers breastfeeding their babies? Oh my
And
goodness.
go.
Oh,
What did it
God.
go? No,
Would it go by speed or volume?
I stopped a week ago, so I'm free now. So you were saying that neither is better, okay? So British and American English, they are all good. So, but many people think that the British accent or the British English is the real English and that Americans are destroying the language. What do you think about that?
It's a really popular opinion, isn't it? I mean, of course none of them are better. No one is better than the other. That's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, of course, if you have a preference, of course that makes sense. If I meet someone with a British accent, for me, it's not that interesting. It's like, oh, okay, well, you sound like everyone I grew up with. But if I meet someone with a different accent, American, for example, I'm very interested. It's like, oh, okay, you sound different to me. Let's have a conversation. I want to get to know you. That sounds fun. And accents in general are so fun and interesting. I think it makes you an interesting person. You're a fan of this. It's your identity, and it's what makes you awesome. But I mean, okay, as for like the what did you say? The original? British English is the the real one or something,
yeah, the real
right?
one or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
The source of all English.
All of its power. So I guess so. It's, I mean, kind of, but also completely not. I mean, the way that American English changed everything, like with Webster. I don't know if you've mentioned Webster in your podcast before.
The dictionary.
The dictionary guy, yeah. So basically,
dictionary.
So he was just like, yeah, we don't like anything about British English, so we're just going to make American English our own thing. So dropping the U out of the spelling of flavor, color, favor, those things.
But do you think there was a plan? Okay, let's now change into our English way of speaking. Or it was sort of naturally... It's been naturally changing over the years. I don't know. I'm just asking, really.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Even, I mean, every 10 years, you have to reevaluate what you say. And phrases that you say, expressions that you use in conversation, they change so rapidly with pop culture, with what's on TV in the movies, what's popular at the moment. In English, I notice maybe more than other languages, but definitely as a direct result of pop culture, the English language changes, I think, faster than most, if not all, other languages.
Because of the influence of the American culture. That's what you mean?
Well, through movies and TV shows, people might start saying expressions or phrases that they've heard. Just as an example, winter is coming. Everyone sort of gets that, and it doesn't exactly, and you sort of get the feeling behind it. However, 10 years from now, no one's even going to understand the reference. No one's going to care, and that's just like a tiny part of it. I think, like on a bigger scale, English evolves so fast. So, yeah, every few years we have to reevaluate what we're teaching and how we teach it, I think.
Yeah, by the way, how did you start teaching? How long have you been an English teacher? And tell us about the beginning, because actually this is something I don't know very well. So I'm genuinely curious to know about your beginning as a teacher.
I don't know.
But sorry, before, I just want to say I really like your beard.
My beard? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, before we get to anything else, can I ask you, how did you arrive at that length and that look, and do you have any beard plans for the future?
Wow, what a great question. I don't believe I asked this. This is, well, first it's a mistake, because I was trying to, I never plan really my beard, because my beard seems to have its own life. It's like it's a monster, but I don't know, I just do it by myself. I have to, stay home because of the pandemic, so I haven't been going to the barber shop so
it just
often.
happened.
So it just happens. But I'm glad you like it. I can send you some pictures so that you can copy if you want.
Pictures of the beard. But it's like, it can really shape the face, can't it?
Really? Oh, that's nice. It's good because that's not my perception. So, but if you're saying, I'll buy it.
Mate, it looks good.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah. You see, Carina? You also have another beautiful face here in the show.
Of course, we're all beautiful. Come on.
Of course we are.
That's why we're recording the video now, because only our voices, that wouldn't be enough. Now we have our beautiful faces on screen as well.
How about that?
You would be depriving people of that pleasure.
You see?
And Carina, that hair and that lipstick, mwah.
Thank you. You're being so British now, because
eating it up today.
Thank you very much. We actually had a video about starting a conversation. We made a video about starting a conversation, and one of the tips was, give people a compliment. Say something about them. And are you applying those tips right now, or you really mean that?
No, I really mean, I'm being genuine.
Okay, I'm glad to know that. So how did you start as a teacher?
I was looking for ways to be able to travel and work. I didn't go to university, so I knew that would be a problem. I studied massage in college, and I thought, okay, this is perfect. I like snowboarding, skiing. I can study massage, work at a snowboard place, work all during the day, and then just go snowboarding when I'm finished work. I did my course. I applied to tons and tons of places. No one accepted, firstly, a guy, and secondly, without any experience in the real world. So I was like, well, that didn't work. But then randomly, by chance, I met a friend in the street from high school, and she told me, if you study to be an English teacher, you can travel anywhere in the world and teach. I was like, yes, I like this idea. So the same week I applied to do the teaching course, and this was like 13 years ago. And then I really enjoyed the course, like from the first day. It was, I don't know if you remember the first time you had a class and you spoke in front of your class.
I do. I'll never forget that.
Do you remember that feeling?
Oh, my worst class ever.
Oh my God. It's panic inducing.
Yeah, I was really, really nervous.
Yeah. So despite that feeling, I really enjoyed the aspect of, oh, wait, whatever I do during my day, that's going to determine how much fun I have. So really, if I want to have a fun day, that's on me. If it's a boring day, that's on me. So that kind of made me realize, wait, teaching can be the perfect job, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, so that was pretty much it. From that moment, when I got my teaching qualification, I went to Japan, taught there for a year, came back to London, pretty much stayed here, teaching English.
Where did you start teaching?
Okay. You know in Piccadilly?
Piccadilly?
Uh-huh, sure.
Yeah. So you know there's the big signs with the adverts?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Believe it or not, the place I remember. You know, the Believe It or Not museum?
yes, okay, right opposite there, right?
Right.
There's a big billboard sign advertising
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Behind those used to be classrooms to an English school. The English school was called Malvern House.
Oh, I've
Great
heard about
place.
this school. Have you taught there?
I'm sure you have. That's where most of my teaching career was.
That's so
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, no, I loved it there. It was so much fun. It was like a party vibe the entire time. It was really, really fun. But I walked past there a few days ago and they're like tearing the building down. So that's sad.
Oh, the end of an era.
I know, right?
I studied at Avalon School.
Where is Avalon?
I can't remember. I remember there were lots of shops with instruments and things. but
Avalon.
Avalon School.
Just
I
for
don't-
witches, right?
Yeah, that's why I was there. But I think it doesn't exist anymore. I think it closed, so I don't remember now.
Lots of instruments, you said?
Yes.
Maybe near Tottenham Court Road?
Yeah! Oh my god,
Near-
I yelled. Sorry.
Near Denmark's. I think you mean Denmark
yeah, Denmark
Street.
Street. Yeah, Denmark Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I remember. You know everything.
Well, no, that's where all the music shops are. Are you okay, man?
I'm recovering from her yell.
I'm so sorry, and now I have a super powerful microphone, and I'm yelling. I'm very Brazilian. I'm so sorry. I am a loud person.
Never apologize for being Brazilian.
Oh,
Never say
God.
sorry about my English. This is something we always tell our students, right?
I'm going to show you something here, Ali.
Okay,
And I wanted to talk about it, right?
let's do it.
Some stuff, because I love your country, right? You're from London.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you some things here that I love. And I want you to tell me if you love it. And we're going to talk about it.
I'm ready. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, where did you even buy that?
London.
Oh, that makes sense.
Fabio,
Duh, of
you
course.
have to say that because remember, there are people who are only listening to us. What
Oh
did you
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Faulty Towers. I'm showing Ellie the box of this. I think it's the most popular British sitcom ever, right? Faulty Towers with John Cleese from Monty Python, right? Which is another thing that I got here.
He's a big
Right?
fan of Monty Python.
I love Monty Python.
Ooh. Wow.
So tell me about it because you were telling us just a few minutes ago that the culture helped Americans spread the American English, right? But I think these guys here, I love the sitcoms from England. So I'd like you to tell me. I mean, do you like this, guys? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, what do British people watch on TV?
Wow. Okay.
So many
Just
questions.
a simple question.
So let me go in chronological order. So Faulty Towers.
Yeah.
I've seen a few episodes, and from what I remember, I liked it. However, yes, it's definitely one of the huge classical British TV shows which are funny.
Yeah. Only 2 seasons. Incredible.
Really?
Yeah, only 2 seasons.
I didn't know that.
6 episodes each season, and it's this big thing.
That's very BBC.
Yeah.
BBC aren't into long seasons, are they? It's just like
Yeah.
a handful of episodes,
Yeah.
done.
Like the IT crowd as well.
Yeah. Right, so, yes, that's good. However, Monty Python is just infinitely bigger.
Yeah. They changed humor.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before about how pop culture and everything can change our language, still today, people will quote or reference things from Monty Python. They don't know they're referencing that show. And when was that? The 70s?
Yeah.
70s.
From 69 to 74.
Jesus, I can't do maths. So what's that? 50? No, 40?
Yeah. More than
Teachers,
50
come on,
years.
we can count. We're English
Yeah.
teachers. So,
Yeah.
but do you remember any of these quotes?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. Yeah, so things like that.
I love it.
No one would have said that were it not for that show.
Of course. Of course.
But-
Or the Dead Parrot sketch. You know?
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
It reminds me of Chaves in Brazil. Chaves, I don't know if you've heard of it.
Popularity, probably. In popularity.
In popularity.
But it's more TV Pirata. Totally
What
TV
is that?
Pirata. It was a show that was very Pythonish in Brazil.
But Brazilian.
Brazilian, TV Pirata, Pirate TV.
Yeah, but what I mentioned is that lots of people say things that they saw on Chaves when they were kids, and it's a show that started in the 70s, I think.
Yeah,
So,
the catchphrases.
and we don't even
the
know where they
punchlines.
come from, but everybody can relate to them. You know, you mention something, and the other person says, "Okay, I know what you're talking about."
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you two. Do you think that Brazilian sense of humor and British humor are comparable? Are they too different?
Oh,
Are they quite similar?
I think they're
No.
How? In what way?
You think that it is? No, I don't think they are, because I think that the English have this thing on you guys. You know how to make fun of yourselves first, and then you go along. You know, you just continue. We feel a little insulted when we can't make fun of ourselves. We used to do that more in the past, but I don't know, if someone laughs at us because of some thing that we have here in Brazil, some particularity. I think I can say that, right? I mean, people normally wouldn't feel good listening to that. While I remember Monty Python would make fun of the Queen, would make fun of everything themselves, you know, they found themselves funny.
That's why we make fun of the Portuguese.
That's it.
This is the Brazilian way of.
This is our Brazilian way of making jokes.
Do you see them as like your little brother or something?
Yeah, something like that. As I don't have a little brother, even an older brother, I make fun of the Portuguese.
An entire country.
Of course. Another thing I'm going to show you.
Wow. Nice.
What is it about your country? You've got the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Queen, Pink Floyd. Man, seriously? It's incredible. You produce good rock bands in a larger scale. It's incredible.
Well, I have a theory about this. If you're too happy, you won't be creative. People who live in California, living in the sunshine, super happy, nothing to worry about, they're never going to create anything fun. If you're living in rainy, cold, windy London where it seems like you're deprived of fun all the time and it's just hard to live, you're going to create the most beautiful, amazing, funny things.
Yeah.
Because you have to. You don't have a choice.
That's a very
It's either
interesting
create or die. That's
Yeah.
that's the way
no,
I see it.
and just to illustrate this better, I showed him an album of, a Pink Floyd album. I mean,
Yeah.
I tend to forget that this is a podcast. So I showed him the Dark Side of the Moon. And I also have this one here, which is also fantastic, which is A Night at the Opera.
Oh, Queen.
Queen. So let me ask you this. Which? What?
No, I was going to ask which tracks are on the Queen one.
This Bohemian Rhapsody, Bohemian Rhapsody is enough.
That's all you need.
It's all you need, right? So what's your favorite rock? Do you like rock?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
And what's your favorite band? Mine is that one there. The Beatles.
I would never have guessed.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's not there. Just see carefully. It's not Novos Baianos. It's not some South Korean boy band. It's the Beatles crossing Abbey Road.
Have you done the crossing the road photo?
Of course, man.
Me too.
What did you do?
With the Grêmio jersey.
I know Ali's favorite band. It's One Direction.
Ah, I saw the video. I don't think he will agree to that.
That's what makes you beautiful. I like this song. I gotta confess, I like this song.
I hate when a song comes on. I'm like, wow, I really like this. Who is this?
Look
really?
at Fabio's picture. He has
Take
the
a look at
picture
my
there.
picture here, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see?
Fabio's
Nice.
showing his picture.
This was around 10 kilos ago. 10 kilos ago in 2011.
Right. Nice. Nice.
2011.
What did you do, Karina? For that photo, what did you do?
What I did? Nothing. I just crossed the road. Yeah, normal.
But like, did you do a pose? Did you?
Yeah, just walking, pretending that was a very spontaneous photo, and of course it wasn't. That's what I did. And it
Did
was.
Anselmo join you, or did you?
No, he wasn't with me. It was in 2010. And
Oh, wow.
We were dating already, but he wasn't my husband. So I went to London by myself.
And here we have a law. Here we have a law. Girlfriends and boyfriends are not supposed to cross the street alone. I mean, with each other.
That you mean the Abbey Road street or every street?
Every street.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's terrible.
It's new for me.
Gotta be careful now.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. I wanted to do that crossing barefooted, but I couldn't. I mean, it's a crazy. I mean, the streets, lots of cars like all the time, and strangely enough, there was a lot of people with the same idea. They wanted to cross the street, then taking pictures. Come on, no imagination, really.
It's so funny. The cars that drive up there, or the buses. The buses, they're fine with it. They're like, it's tourists. But cars get very upset with people doing it. They're like, oh, come on, take the photo already. They've had enough.
But you didn't tell us your favorite band.
Oh, okay, right. So usually, I've had this epiphany recently about this. Usually, I try to think of a band that I think you will think is cool to try and impress you.
No, you don't need to do
But-
that.
No.
Be honest.
No, but the reality is I don't have a favorite band, I think.
Okay.
Like, I'll go through phases where I'll listen to one band more than another, but I
Right.
don't really have a favorite one.
Oh yeah, it doesn't need to be your favorite, but tell me 3, 4, 5 bands that you really dig.
Oh, okay. I've only listened to one of his songs, but I hope that you know him and appreciate it. Gilberto Gil.
Oh,
yeah?
Gilberto Gil. Yeah.
I've only listened to Palco, but I love that song so much.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? Okay, there are a few bands that are like up the top there. So I don't know if you know Parliament.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like from
Spit
I
on
think
a stranger, right? They sing that song?
like from the 70s.
So it's another parliament. No! Yes. Anyway.
Dr. Funkenstein.
Oh, yeah.
George Clinton. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I really like them. Like, I'll come back to them and have that same, like, oh my god, they're so good every time I listen to them.
I love the prog rock from the 60s and early 70s, like Genesis with Peter Gabriel and Steve Hackett.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. I love Yes. I've got the Yes album, actually. And Jethro Tull.
All right, Ellie. So when people think about England and Britain in general, they think about the Queen. They think about history. They think about the very British things, just like crossing Abbey Road. So have you done all of these things? Are you into those kind of very British things, like, well, visiting museums, or you don't? You're just like, it's always there, so maybe one day I'll go. I'm curious to know about a local person, somebody who lives there. What do you think about the crown, for example? Are you really into the royal family? I don't know.
No, I'm not. But I mean, like you said, I think it's because it's always there. I've never felt compelled to visit any of the museums or the sites or anything. But when I started teaching and living in London, if we're doing a class outing somewhere, like I'm taking my class somewhere, usually it would be the first time for me as well. So, like the first time I took students to a bunch of museums or the London Eye or the Tower of London, it was my first time as well. So, I was also learning. But it was, I used to find it really dorky and nerdy. I'm like, British history is so boring. But if you come to London and you take a tour of the Tower of London and hear the stories.
It's just amazing. I've been there.
Right?
Yeah.
The story of Game of Thrones seems tame in comparison to what we actually did in history. We're awful. I don't know how we got this, how did we get the stereotype of being polite and kind to everyone? When you hear about our history and what we've done, we're terrible.
Well, I will have
We
to agree
suck!
with you.
Like, someone just looks at you funny, chop off their head. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Henry VIII, right? There was a meme. I was a TikTok
Henry
video.
VIII.
Who are you? I'm Henry VIII. He didn't want to mention his name because then the date was like, no, are you Henry VIII? And then he said, yes, I am. So will you cut off my head? He said, no, of course not. And then she said, okay, so I'm leaving. And then he said, so I'll cut off your head.
Well,
But imagine, can you imagine living in times where that was just a done thing? Like, oh, do you think he's going to cut off her head? I don't know, maybe. How weird is that was just real life for some people?
I know. And what about The Crown? Have you seen it? Or you're
The
not
TV
interested?
show?
Yeah, the TV show.
I tried watching the first series, but I couldn't get into it. It's just like a bunch of really posh people doing really posh people things. It's like, I know this isn't supposed to be relatable, but
it's impossible not to see like that.
yeah, exactly. And it wasn't my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
How about you though? Like, how do you find that? You
I-
can be honest.
I've recently watched the 4th season, and I skipped some seasons. I watched the first one, and then I don't know. I thought that was a little bit boring and slow, so I decided to watch the one with Diana because
Right.
It's more recent to what we know. So I really liked this season, the 4th one.
I was going to ask, that's the Diana season, right?
Yeah, the Diana season because of Diana. So I love
Yeah.
her, and I found out that Charles is even worse than I thought. I'm not sure if it's true. I mean, if the series really show the truth or if they're creating stuff. But Charles, at the same time, I think he was terrible to Diana. He made it clear from the beginning that he was in love with Camilla. So he suffered as well. So I think it's all about suffering and sadness. And I'm sorry for them because he didn't want to marry Diana. It was the queen.
So why he did then?
Because he had to. He was forced to. Because that's what people would expect. Because Camilla was divorced. Well, she was married to another guy, so she would have to get divorced. So it wouldn't be good for the crown. So that's why he had to get married to someone who was young and the fairy tale thing. And he never wanted to. So that's why he was a jerk. And but Diana really suffered. She did suffer a lot in this relationship. So, well, that's a very interesting season. Appearances all the time. Yeah, it's all about appearances.
Ali, do you go to the pub? Do you
I
usually
do.
go to pub?
Yeah, so I don't know how it is there, but like British pubs, there are two types
love
of
it.
people. People who go to the pub alone and just drink alone.
The patrons.
And it's like weirdly not seen as that weird. Or people who go, with your mates to drink.
Okay.
I
Like
fall
happy
into that
hour.
second category.
Alright.
But like, we have things called old man pubs as well. So there's pubs, which are your standard general pubs, and then there's old man pubs, which are like you'll go there and you'll see old men just drinking alone, kind of thing, just to get away from, I don't know, whatever situation they have.
That's kind of sad, isn't it?
It definitely seems very sad. But when particularly Americans come over, North Americans, sorry, when they come over, they're like, I want to go to an old man pub. Like, I want to get like a real English vibe. Like Carina, the one we went to, the Sam Smith one. Kind of an old man pub.
Tell us
really?
about it.
Really?
Yeah.
And we have to mention the pronunciation of Sam Smith. How
You
do
tell the
Brazilians-
story.
No,
You-
no, no.
you tell the story.
How do
Sam
Brazilians
Smith.
pronounce Sam Smith?
Okay, but is this like Brazilians in general, or is this just Anselmo?
Because Anselmo, my husband, he said Sam Smith.
Oh,
Sam Smith. This is very Brazilian, you know, because that's his English. When you start learning the language, that's the adaptation you do. So Sam would be Sam, and Smith would be Smith.
It was so cute. It was adorable. It was adorable.
I also like going to these old man pubs, and I've been to some of them in Dublin as well, and I saw some very, very drunk people, and I was impressed because they were literally falling off because they were so drunk, and I was like, oh my God. And I saw a green man, and then I Googled, I literally Googled, why do people get drink or look green? It's because of the liver. Because they drink so much alcohol, then there's something that makes them look green.
Wait, you mean their skin is
too
green?
much information.
I thought you meant it's like a costume.
No.
You mean
It
their
was the
skin is
skin.
green?
The skin, and I'm laughing, but I was actually sad. And then I was mentioning, I told Anselmo, oh my God, he's sick because he's been drinking too much. And then he said, well, okay, what do you want to do? You want to rescue this man from the pub so you can't do anything? And we were like discussing, what
God.
can we do for him?
Green.
Well, I'm just taking note here because this will be a very good cut. Carina likes to go to old man's pub. That's a very, very good cut.
Carina saw a green man. He was
Oh my God.
literally green.
Ali, is it true that normally English people, they have their favorite pub?
Sorry, I had to Google green skin alcohol
Oh,
and see what images popped up.
And what did you find out?
I don't know. It's only showing me hand sanitizer, and I don't know why.
they're showing the Hulk.
Why is... Oh, God, I wish I hadn't Googled that. Oh, God. Okay, now I see what you mean.
I told you.
Oh,
at
God, that's
this.
awful.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
that's the one. That's what I
I saw
got.
a guy
Oh, God.
just like this. Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh.
drinking, buddy. Oh, dear.
Oof. Big oof.
So these guys later, when they destroy their liver, they go to that city where they deposit their liver, right? In the place. It's Liverpool, right? Very good joke.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
good joke. Okay,
Nice.
so
That was a good
yes.
one.
That
was a good
great
one. Come on,
Well
come
done.
on.
Well done.
All right,
Cut it.
no, let me-
End it there. End it there. End on a
I have to
high.
stop here.
Hey, Ali, I have a question. Is it true that every English has their own favorite pub?
Usually, yeah. Like everyone in London, not so much, but it's more of an outside London thing. So one thing you'll notice, inside London is its own universe. Outside London is a completely different England. So outside London is more... everyone is in their hometown, and yes, they've got their favourite pub. It's the pub that's closest to their house.
Simple.
Ah, yeah.
In London,
I
you'll
kinda got
travel
it.
far, but outside London, no. You'd have the simple life outside London.
And what kind of beer do you like? What kind of ale?
What kind
do
of
you like to
beer?
drink? Beer.
Beer,
What's your
beer,
favorite beta?
beer. How do you say beer in
Beer.
Portuguese?
Cerveja.
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 Cerveja. Cerveja. Doesn't sound so tasty. I gotta give you that.
Minha favorite cerveja.
Minha
Is,
cerveja favorita?
Minha cerveja favorita.
Perfect.
Eh?
É minha cerveja favorita é.
You know what? I
Oh.
think... okay, you have an
No,
answer.
go on. You
No, it's
what?
because you always struggle to answer the question. What's your favorite something?
Yeah,
and me
I'm
too.
gonna stop asking this question.
I'm sorry. I'm a terrible
No,
interviewer.
but you know,
guest, aren't I?
no.
No.
Don't worry. But
Not at all.
that really made me think about the way we teach English, because we keep asking this question to our students. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite... And they sometimes don't say
What's your
anything.
favorite kid?
Oh God, you're right, aren't you?
And then the students have to find a favorite thing. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
I don't
gonna
know
change
this.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it.
No, I have an answer.
Give
I
me
have an
5.
answer.
All right.
Yeah. So there is. I don't know if you have it there. Do you have Brewdog there?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Fabio,
I'm
in
really
São Paulo,
liking
there's even
those.
a pub called Brewdog.
You have the
I've heard
Brewdog
of.
pubs.
We do, in São Paulo.
It's like very London twat, but I like it. So, okay, it's an expression for you. When we add like an adjective or a noun and put twat on the end of it.
Oh my God, this is almost a bad word. Almost.
Not in England. It's fine.
No, in England. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. So when we say it's something twat, you either mean they're pretentious in that way, or like I said, it's a bit London twat. So it's like, oh, I'm from London. My tastes are a bit better than yours. Therefore, I
it's
like
a kind
blah,
of
blah,
an arrogant-ish.
Yes, you're a something
got it.
twat. However, it can be applied to other things. So, particularly in London, big finance city, there are a lot of activities and mannerisms which are associated with banker twats.
How do you
or
spell it?
City twats.
How do you spell it?
This is a great word, by the way. What, twat?
Yeah.
T-W-A-T.
Okay. No, because that's what I was thinking, and I saw once on a TV show that it was like the guy was, they were having an argument and they called the other guy you twat. He said.
Yeah. So in English, it sounds funny and cute and fun. Americans try to use it and it just doesn't work. We have, okay, you asked me which one's better, British or American? We do insults far better than the Americans.
How much? Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Your
do
mother
it.
was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberry.
You got it, exactly.
That's perfect.
Exactly. We create amazing insults. Then Americans try to use it and just ruin it.
Yeah.
They can't speak English.
No, they don't get the nuance and the subtleties that we add into our language.
Tell me
funny
one of them that you love. Tell me your favorite insult. No, I'm just kidding.
What's your favorite insult?
Yeah.
Bellend.
Oh?
Oh no, I have two. Bellend and plum.
Okay, you have to give us an example.
Yeah,
All right.
please.
So if someone is just acting stupid, actually both words apply to that person. So bellend is a very juvenile, immature thing to say. Like you say it as a kid. Trying to decide if I should explain what a bellend is in its literal sense.
I think you should.
There's no nice way to say it.
Oh.
The
It shouldn't be nice.
the end of a penis. There we go.
Oh my god.
The end of a penis.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
end. Which end?
The end that
The
could
tip?
resemble a bell.
Oh no, and then this image.
Okay,
comes
thank you
to
for
my
this
mind.
interview. Tomorrow we're
No.
back.
And I couldn't help it.
Yeah, so yeah, listen, you have the option to edit that bit out. If this ends up in the podcast, that's on you too.
It's like
That's
the
on-
foreskin.
underneath that.
Oh.
There we go.
okay.
There we go. Yeah. So if you call someone a bellend, it's like really like juvenile, but it's not so strong at all because kids use it. And because kids use it, it's got that silly, playful feeling behind it. So if someone does something stupid, like, oh, you bellend, what'd you do that for? Kind of thing. Plum
Fantastic.
is even
What a great
better.
word. What a great
Plum.
word.
Plum the
Could-
fruit.
Plum.
The fruit, yes. There is nothing malicious about plum. It's safe. But if you call someone a plum in like a strong British way, you fucking plum. How strong does that hit?
For me,
It sounds.
What are you wearing?
no, for me it sounds very silly. Seu ameixa, because plum is ameixa
Yeah.
in Portuguese.
Yeah,
It, does-
yeah.
it
Yeah.
sounds really silly.
Yes.
Seu ameixa
Yeah.
do caramba.
Oh,
I didn't say the bad word.
you did.
Wow. I didn't understand the bad words. It's fine.
Yeah.
I say caramba.
Oh,
Caramba is not
dear.
bad. You can say caramba.
Yeah.
Caramba.
Yeah. Is the polite equivalent to the other one?
What is the... should I ask? What is the other one?
Dick in Portuguese.
Oh, okay.
In a very bad way. Okay. This conversation...
With a lot of syllables.
With a lot of syllables. This conversation is getting weird. Okay, so
It is.
before we
That's
say
why I
goodbye,
like it.
Ellie,
I'm sorry,
I just really need to ask you this question, which is more serious, okay? But it's not that serious. I just
She's
wanted
the
to
serious
know...
part of the show.
No, I'm just curious to know how you started your channel, Papa Teach Me. What was your first video about? When was it? And what's your favorite video? I'm joking. You don't have to find a favorite video.
All right.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm not answering your questions like a good interviewee. I'm not giving you straight, simple answers. And I lowered the tone so far down.
You don't need to. It's fun. But I'm just curious to know how you started your channel. When did you decide to post a video, to upload a video?
Okay, so you remember I said before I didn't go to university, so I was looking for a way to travel, right? So I came back from Japan after working there. Applied for a job in London, in Piccadilly, in Malvern House, like I told you. And I did the interview, that was fine. And then when they offered me the job, they said, okay, so when you start, bring in your university degrees and your qualification. So I'm like, well, I didn't go to university, so I only have my teaching qualification. And they're like, yeah, that's fine, no one cares. That's in London. However, when I traveled to Colombia, I lived there and I tried to work there and I applied for jobs. I did not have the same experience. Immediately, it's like, oh, you don't have a degree? No, that's just a flat no. So I was like, well, maybe I can do an interview or maybe I can just do a trial class to show you at least I can teach. No, doesn't matter. If you don't have a degree, you're not working here. Okay, that's fine. So I wanted something to bolster my CV. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can, I've been thinking about advertising, doing private lessons for a while. So maybe I could film a video which can help with my CV, applying for jobs. Also, advertise me as a private teacher. It turns out now I don't need either of those things. We're all good. We're all fine.
Sure. You have one
Yeah.
of the biggest English teaching channels in the world.
I don't know.
You have more than 1 million subscribers. Come on.
That's pretty nice. That's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
come on. It's a lot of
Pretty
people.
good.
Yeah, that is pretty good,
good.
isn't it?
Okay, and then what was your first video about?
I think it was something simple like get used to, but the first year or two of videos, I think I've taken them all down now. Their quality was just so bad.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
you
well,
should
no,
keep them
to
there.
redo them.
Okay, but you
I've
should
got to
keep
redo
them there.
them.
It's your history.
So that's true. However, for throughout the first year, I tried to be more shocking to get people's attention, which worked.
Mm-hmm.
But there were a few things which I'm just like,
It does.
You don't like it
now
anymore?
I'm a little bit more experienced. I'm like,
Okay,
this
give
just
us an
cringy.
example. You have to give us an example.
All right, so there was one, I was teaching past continuous, and the example was, while me and my girlfriend were having sex, the cat was meowing, so I shot it in the face.
Ellie.
Exactly. Now, precisely. So now you see why I took that. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but
But it did shock people.
we all have to learn and grow.
Oh my goodness. And now, what kind of video you don't do anymore? You will never do because you think it's embarrassing or it's something you don't believe in?
I think, well, as painful as it is to my bank account, the Stop Saying videos took on a life of their own. But, oh man, that did wonders for my subscriber count and view count.
I know.
Videos going on.
I know, Ali. I know what you mean because
Yeah.
okay, let's just contextualize
We've
to the audience.
we've spoken about this many times.
Yeah, many times because the stop saying videos are like stop saying how are you, stop saying very, stop saying this, and then you make an ugly face like oh stop saying that because this is not the way native speakers speak. And then when the video starts, you say oh I'm not saying that you shouldn't say that, but there are other ways to say that. But still,
Clickbait.
the thumbnail
It's-
is there.
yeah.
The thumbnail
Yeah.
is there, and then I think I've done some of these videos too.
We all have.
Yeah.
We all have.
And they got lots of views. We are always struggling to make attractive videos that don't hurt our beliefs or feelings or what we believe as a teacher. So it's not easy because I've been trying to do the normal videos. Like I always try to create attractive titles always because YouTube is my work. It's not, I don't do that just for fun. It's my work. It's serious stuff. So I need views, but they are not performing well. So I will start the stop saying videos again. No, I won't. But I'm always trying to find a good title, to catch people's attention.
Or
It's
you
all
could
about
start,
the title and the thumbnail.
or you could do something like, well, start saying this, but then stop,
Yeah.
right?
That wouldn't
Okay.
catch people's attention. Do you think, Ali, it's harder to grow a channel now than it was before?
No, way easier. You can see the amount of new channels that have been created. When I started, that was like 10 years ago, you could count on one hand the amount of big channels teaching English there were. Maybe one of them, probably not even, had 1 million subscribers. Now, there are so many.
But don't you think it's harder now because there are so many big channels? For someone who's starting now.
If you're the same person making videos now as opposed to before, I would say it's easier now. Because if you make good content, people are going to watch it and share it. So, like when I started, there weren't that many people going to YouTube to learn English, but the people who did would share my videos and would tell their friends about it. Now, same is true. You might have to come at it a different way, like I don't know, like TikTok trends and
Oh, yeah.
things like that. But people grow so fast now.
So fast. On TikTok.
Yeah, all you have to do is follow the trend now.
Are you on TikTok?
I made 1 or 2 videos and I got bored.
Yeah, so there are so many platforms now. It's impossible to catch up with everything.
Yeah, it's like another thing to do. So
Yeah. And then we have Instagram, TikTok.
You feel like you have to restart it, right?
right? Yeah,
It's
not into it.
Fabio, have you watched our video, the video we made together, Ali and I,
Yeah.
in London?
Yeah. When you start, I mean, I saw one that you start like he's going to the supermarket and you're just checking the
We need a
chocolate
vase.
list. Yeah,
Why
that
do
was-
we need a vase?
What a great performance, by the way.
It was so much
both.
funny.
You
Oh,
both.
water!
Water.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching that the other day actually.
Oh, and
Yeah.
don't forget to pick up some aluminum.
Aluminum.
Why do we need
Fantastic.
aluminum for?
And
Well-
we need herbs.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly,
You were
that's
great.
one-
You were amazing in that.
You too. So that's actually one of my favorite videos.
Yeah,
because
that's one of mine as well.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's very instructive. Does this word exist?
It does now.
If
If it didn't, it does now. Yeah. Pretty sure it does.
No, it's educational, okay? So
Yeah.
because
Of
there's lots of
course, of
content
course.
there, but it's fun at the same time. And I like the setup because we were at the YouTube space in London, which doesn't exist anymore. I'm so sad.
You know, I love the differences between not only the accent and the way some words are written, but also how you approach things. Like, for example, I was watching an interview that John Cleese gave to David Letterman here in the United States.
Here in the
look
United
at me!
States.
Look at me! Look
You're
at
in
me!
Porta. You're in Canoas.
I am in canoes. I was watching this interview that John Cleese said, you know, for example, an American will ask, for example, for a slice of toast during breakfast. Say, could you pass me a slice of toast? And the British would go, I wonder if I could be so very bold as to suggest that you might be so good as to consider the possibility of, in due course, possibly see a way clear. And please, and if it's not utterly terrible, pass me that piece of toast. He said that, and I never forgot that. And it is really it sounds British, when you say sorry all the time,
It's so accurate.
Sorry, I'll cut off your head right now, may I?
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I would, on people, it was my fault. And the other person would say, sorry. And I say, okay, something is wrong here. Because it was my fault. And the person said sorry. Trust me, I thought that the person would say sorry, you bastard. But no, it was not.
Yeah, no, we constantly think we are the burden and we are in the wrong. We apologize for existing.
Yeah. So John Cleese said that there is a holiday in England called the National Apologize Day.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, he said that. He said there are 2 holidays in England that other countries won't have, which is this one here, which is the National Apologize Day, and the other is summer.
Nice.
All right, Ali, and what would you say to those people who are struggling to learn a second language, who are practicing their English, and who think it's hard, who think they will never get there? Do you have, I don't know, your top 3 tips for second language learners?
I don't have a top 3. I just have, again, I'm sorry, I'm not answering your exact question. I'm so
sorry.
Oh
my God, we gotta find other guests, Fabio.
What a difficult fella. I gotta talk to you later, Karina. Come on.
But no, there's just one central thing, and that's don't give up. Because you might have days where you're like, I'm never gonna learn this language. But you don't realize how far you've already come. So I've recently had this epiphany of learning languages myself. I'm trying to learn a few different languages, and I'm realizing it's a slow process and I have to be patient. But I do realize I'm noticing the little steps I'm making, the little bits of progress that I'm making. Even if it's not as fast as I'd like, it's definite progress. And my understanding's better, my speaking's better. And I can see the progress, but I just need to be a bit more patient. And I think that everyone needs to be a bit kinder to themselves when they learn another language. It's not going to come overnight, but that's good. Because otherwise everyone would speak every language.
Now look, you see, now he has one favorite thing.
I have one favorite tip. There we go. We found one. We found one.
Well, but that was really, really interesting and really
that's it.
Deep. Because I think one of the biggest problems students face are related to psychology, emotions, more than the language itself. It's your emotions. So you have to have clear goals. You have to be patient, as you said. So that was really, really interesting. And last question, just one last question. When will you come visit us in Brazil, Ali?
Yes.
Whenever you let me in.
You can come whenever you want.
Come on, man.
Have you been
I don't
vaccinated?
think I can.
As long as you bring beer.
As long as you don't
I'll
bring
bring some Brewdog. Oh, no.
Yeah. As long as you don't bring coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. No, it's easier for him to get from us.
Yeah.
I'll only bring Corona beer. My second is on the 23rd of July. So what's that? 2 weeks away? No. Yeah, like 2 weeks from now. That's my second jab. We can travel and come back and we don't have to quarantine after we've had 2 jabs. So I'm hoping that, slow progress, but I hope other countries follow suit with that. And I hope that's the way that we open up again. So as soon as that happens in Brazil, when I can come there, I would love to. We've got plans, don't we?
Come on.
We do. Lots of plans.
We had plans for last summer for big things. And now look.
We were planning to have an event, an English-speaking event. So where, Ali would teach us some things, and then we would interact with the students. And then it wasn't possible because of the pandemic. Right.
Well, as everything that is good comes to an end, I'd like to say that it was so nice meeting you, Ali. having this talk, having this conversation. I think everybody who listening to us really enjoyed. I always say, I always learn from our guests. I always learn when I talk to other people. And I hope you have enjoyed as much as we did. Oh, as much as we have, sorry.
Both sound great. No, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for inviting me on. This has been really, really fun. It's been such a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Fabio.
Thank you.
Mr. Fabio Beard.
Mr. Fabio, hey, I love my beard, man. This is great. Oh, man. It's great.
Fabio will never shave his beard again.
Never anymore!
Ellie, thank you so much for being here with us. It was so nice to see you again. And
man, it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, please, if you guys who are watching us or listening to us haven't seen our videos together, we have 4 videos together. 2 in my channel and 2 on your channel, which is Papo Teach Me, right? So why don't you invite people to watch your videos? What was your last video about? Your most recent video?
Oh, I'm uploading one today about British pronunciation. So, yeah, lots of practice, lots of mouth stuff to get your mouth ready to practice.
And I love your video about the Cockney English, the Cockney accent. You have to watch it, guys. It's very educational.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Cockney. How stupid I am. Cockney rhyme and slang, I love it.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a follow-up. We'll do a follow-up.
We will. Let's wait a few months.
Final story though. During our video, what people most of the time love is, you remember when I asked you about this?
I do.
And your face. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing when you look to the camera. You're like,
we gotta say goodbye because the 1 minute is over.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.